Multiply with whole numbers and fractions. Whole numbers can be turned into fractions by putting them over 1. Example 1. A room has 5 3/4 horsepower motors. What is the total horsepower of the 5 motors? So what we do is we need to multiply this 5 times 3/4. And so how we can make a whole number into a fraction is by putting them over 1. Because 5 over 1 is just equal to 5. Then, like before, we multiply the top together, and then we multiply the bottom together. So when we multiply, we go 5 times 3, which is equal to 15. 1 times 4 is equal to 4. So our solution for this would be 15 over 4 horsepower. And that would be how we represent horsepower in our units. So now let's look at another example. Example 2. A room has 6 2/3 horsepower motors. What is the total horsepower of the 6 motors? So once again, we're going to need to multiply this 6 times 2/3 to get our total horsepower. So we can make this whole number into a fraction by putting it over 1. And then we're going to go ahead and multiply the top together. And then we're going to multiply the bottom together. So 6 times 2 is equal to 12. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. Now, we notice that we could have probably reduced before we even started to multiply. Because now we can go 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. So we would say 4 horsepower is our solution. But if we wanted to do it before, remember we can. Notice that this 3 and the 6 both have a factor of 3. So this becomes a 1. This becomes a 2 as we divide by 3 on both top and bottom. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. And we could just leave it as just 4. So either way would have gotten us to our solution.